gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. Strawhat Sitdown crew in the building. We Corona to these other podcasts. We gon' put these people in their feelings when they hear this, and they know that they can't top this. We spit facts and we poppin' every time an episode is dropping. We see D3 in the corner, Mister, that's a real G with the green screen in the background. Got him looking like he in a real scene. We got Big Mod in the cut, always ready with rebuttals, but he bring the knowledge when we in the huddle, so you know the crew is never gonna fumble. And it's YOHOHO, last but not least. If you ask me, then Cali, mad the captain, make him rally around me. Every Sunday we gon' run deep, and we can't stop until we find out about that One Piece. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. Who gon' get down? We are. This that Strawhat Sitdown. We are. Who the crew with the fleet? We are. Who gon' piece that One Piece? We are. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track, never whack, bring it back, and we are back with Strawhat Sitdown, episode 54. I'm here with the gang as usual. We got Stratman in the building. What's going on, my brother?
What's good on this Super Bowl Sunday? Let's get it, y'all.
It is Super Bowl Sunday. Holy shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fuck the NFL, but word. No, I hope you guys enjoy your day, man. I hope everybody else gets some good plans and stuff. Enjoy the game. I'm not a big fan.
Some good food.
Yeah, you know, if nothing else, we're gonna get that food. You feel me?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm more of an NBA kind of guy. So.
Yeah, I hear that. Mr. G in the building. What's going on, my brother?
What's good, everybody? Just have a great Sunday, man. I'm tired.
I hear that. It's relatively short chapter and more of a setup to what's to follow, so it shouldn't be too long. But we are gonna get into it, talk about the little stuff that we did see. D3 in the building. His cam's not on, so we do have the chopper image, but he is actually in the building today.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother? Hope you feeling better, man.
I'm almost there, man. My voice is finally back, so it's good to be able to actually be back here and talk.
Absolutely.
yes,
We definitely appreciate you coming back. I ain't gonna lie. Your Discord pick scars me a little bit because I know the meme that is from, but
I
cool.
don't. I just saw it and I thought light skinned SpongeBob.
Oh, okay. You're blessed then. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, you're blessed then. Unfortunately, last but not least, Mr. YS could not make it today. He had to handle some business, but he'll be.
I like the pick.
You
nice
feel
pick.
me? I thought it was a nice pick. Got a little Shanks in there for the one time. You feel me?
Yes.
But yeah, we got a chapter review today. Gonna go over 1074. It's definitely a relatively tame chapter, not too much going on. But we are gonna go over the little stuff that we saw. We decided to try something a little bit different, and going forward we might continue with this format, so let us know what you guys think in the comments. But we decided to just start going through the chapters, no summary in the beginning. We'll just wing it and just freestyle through the chapters and talk about things as we see them. So let me know how you guys feel about the format in the comments and stuff. How you feel about it. If you guys like the summary, or if you'd rather us do it this way,
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it, just like that. Chapter 1074, MK3. Cover story.
Oof, I like it. So like we were saying last chapter, right? It seems like whatever Vegapunk did, right, that award that he won and he changed their shit, was like the start of the downfall for like the mad scientists, and now they're all like vying for power, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and also someone else pointed this out, but you also notice too that things like between the three of them, they kind of changed a little bit compared to like some of the past cover stories. So Queen, for instance, is bigger than he was before. And if I'm not mistaken, let me see, Caesar, he changed a little bit as well. I think it has something to do with his horns are a little different. But essentially, and Judge, I think, is a little bit bigger too. But essentially, as time goes on, they have a falling out. They, you know, probably, you know, don't like each other or stop liking each other. And I don't know if it's because of Vegapunk or if they don't like each other despite Vegapunk, because Caesar, I don't know the timeline of when you know, that flashback at what is it called, Punk Hazard happened, where, you know, Caesar was working with Vegapunk and, you know, they came up with, I think, that that drug that's supposed to, you know, turn kids into giants and stuff. And, you know, I think they ceased, or Vegapunk wanted to cease with that, but, you know, Caesar was on some BS and, you know, he kind of like effed up the lab. So, but it was just him, you know, Queen and Judge weren't there. So it's interesting if they're fighting because of Vegapunk, and maybe at some point, maybe one of them left first because Vegapunk either disavowed them like he did with Caesar, and, you know, as time went on, they just slowly but surely, you know, separated, you know. I think it's possible, but yeah.
You know, I'm thinking about it. There's definitely a lot of possibilities, but it does make sense. It does make sense that this would be the start of the downfall or whatever. It's also interesting that we don't see Stussy here either.
True, yeah.
It's just these three fighting.
Point.
Remember, they call Stussy the original Stussy. Like, she's her own, like, self-proclaimed scientist. So, like, they I feel like they don't see her as a scientist. You know what I mean? Like, she was just like taking scraps that they were just giving her.
I mean, even still, she was definitely still a part of Mads. And if she really wanted the power or the status quo that these guys wanted, she would be in here with them, you know, arguing or whatever. Something about, you know.
Yeah.
I think she was more like an assistant. Honestly.
Was she not actually like a Mads scientist?
No, she was like
she's
she's self-proclaimed, like
yeah,
she considered herself.
It says self-proclaimed mad scientist, and she's not even portrayed the same way as the other ones. Like we see in these cover stories, you know, the focus has been Vegapunk plus these three, as the quote-unquote Mads the top of Mads or whatever.
Okay.
And we only see Stussy one time, and that was at the very beginning, but her back was turned. And we don't even know if that was like the clone or
her. Yeah, that's true.
Or her. Yeah,
that's true.
Okay, no, that's me. I definitely didn't even realize that. This whole time I thought she was just part of the gang. She was not gang after all.
No. Yeah, because Oda made it clear, like, she was like the bum. Like, she was like mooching off of them. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, the more you know. Yeah, it was pretty interesting cover story. See where it leads.
It was.
Going into the chapter, we start at the base area, I guess.
Yeah, outside of the lab.
Yeah, this is where they were at the beginning, where they were fighting.
Right.
We see the government agents on the ground fighting a large Kuma pacifista.
Gotta show your screen, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoopsie. See, I knew I was forgetting something. See, that's so crazy.
Oopsie,
I literally called it too. That is tough. All right, y'all good? Y'all should see it now.
Yeah.
So the CP0, the CP government agents are taking on a large Kuma pacifista labeled PX3.
Yes.
Yes. That apparently has some strange powers. Go ahead.
If I'm not mistaken, he's using because someone said it's the ultimate defense invented by Vegapunk or whatever, the bubble shield or whatever. So it seems like, you know, this Kuma is not even using like a devil fruit related ability. It seems like, or it could be like a mixture of like devil fruit plus science or whatever. Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know if I'd attribute it to a devil fruit, only because we've seen Vegapunk make some very unheard of weapons and stuff before. Yeah, like if we had not seen Kizaru, we could have assumed the same thing about the light beams. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, true. This could be just a symptom of Kuma's power. It could be. It's just the way they phrase that. I don't remember them saying that like about Kizaru's lasers, like this is Kizaru's ultimate invention type thing. But it could be, you know, like
It could just be taken from, but like he, he repurposed it and enhanced it. Like that's what, because like they're saying like it's Vegapunk's the ultimate protection, you know. So
Whose devil fruit would this be modeled after?
I assume Kuma's, right?
I guess because he
Like,
makes
he-
like bubbles. I guess I can see
Yeah,
it.
because
Okay.
it's a bubble.
Yeah,
it's
he
a
does
bubble
that
shit.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I can see that actually. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And also, you know, it's interesting that, you know, we got a new upgraded pacifista.
yes,
The MK3.
Yeah.
This shit looks crazy. I cannot lie.
they look OD. They really do.
So, okay, question. MK, like the first one was the one in the Summit War. What was Mach 2 then?
Mach 2, so there was a Mach 2 technically, but we never really like saw him like that. So
It wasn't the one that we saw at the beginning of Egghead, was it?
no. So well, it could be, maybe. But actually that might be. But assuming let's say like assuming, because we don't know about that. They did talk about, well, Sentomaru. So once the time skip happened, right? And Luffy, you know, one punched the pacifista. Sentomaru pointed out that that is literally, like quite literally, the exact same pacifista that that fought the Straw Hats 2 years ago. Not the one that they destroyed, but the one that came back and kind of helped decimate the crew. Yeah. So, you know, that implies that there's a new version. Just off of that saying is an implication. So technically there was a second version. I just don't know if we technically like been through it like that.
Okay.
The Seraphim isn't the second one, or is that its own thing?
No, I think they're their own thing.
Okay.
The pacifistas are like Kuma
yeah.
models.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they are kind of considered pacifistas too. That's why, like, I made that prediction a long time ago about the SSG is basically upgraded pacifistas or whatever. Because that made the most sense to me. And you know, when the pacifista were revealed, I forgot who mentioned it. It was someone. It was a Amazon. It was either an Amazoness woman or Blackbeard that said that they saw the PX thing, so they were like, that's a pacifista, like, you know, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, they're called the Seraphim, so they're like a special type, I would say, like a unique type of pacifista.
Okay.
All right.
That's all one, you know?
Yeah, like a branch off of it. Yeah. Like it's all from the same fucking experiment.
Yeah. All right. Well, the MK3 is here. He's fucking shit up. He has all the agents just immediately surrendering. They know they can't do anything about it. We move to the Fabrio phase. I'm assuming this is like one of the labs or like inside one of the buildings, maybe. I can't necessarily tell. But it's another area on the lower ground of the city. We see Sentomaru alive and well. I was a little bit happy to see that they're still good.
Yeah.
Man, we knew they was gonna be good.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. What was I thinking? They're trying to figure out what's going on. And we know the frontier deal closed. They also cannot get in contact with Vegapunk. Is this where? Okay, yeah. So after realizing that he can't get in touch with any of the peoples, he decides to activate all of the MK3 pacifistas within the area. 50 of them.
Yep.
And he tells them all. He tells them all to assist Straw Hat Luffy and the rest of the gang in bringing Dr. Vegapunk off of the island. Yeah. Go ahead, Mister.
Oh, I was just saying, like, they also mentioned that like he's getting all the reports from the Navy because they're trying to contact him, thinking that he's still with them. You know, so like this is actually like huge for the Straw Hats in getting out of here because now he's actively rebelling. He's like, I'm full Vegapunk. I'm gonna go help the Straw Hats as much as I can. and fucking unleashing 50 of these new MK3s is kind of OD. But my question is their hierarchy the same? You know what I mean? With the seraphims. So like once the Gorosei come, the what's his name? Saturn.
Yeah, you can call him Saturn for short.
Once this dude comes, is he gonna like what he says? He gets a seraphim and 50 of these new.
I would think so.
Yeah,
versions,
that's
you
what
know
I would
what I mean?
assume. He would just take control of every single pacifista or pacifista-like on the island.
Bro, that's crazy. Like, because I don't know how the shot is gonna get out of
I
this
ain't
shit,
gonna
bro.
lie, Luffy one-shots all of them with ease.
Yeah.
They're all gonna come at Luffy, all 50 of them, and he's just gonna go Gear 5, Gumu Gumu no freedom Gatling, and then it's raps. It's just
Some
they're all
fucking
defeated.
conquerors hockey. Oh, speaking, they actually have a move in One Piece Odyssey at the conquerors hockey, and he attacks everybody. Yo, this shit's so fire, bro.
Does it knock them out and shit?
Knock them out and everything, dude. It's so good.
That's pretty cool.
I think.
What?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I won't say nothing.
Go ahead.
I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was gonna keep going.
I was gonna say, like, this line right here is pretty ominous, and I feel like we're being taken for a loop, definitely, because Sentomaru said, no matter what happens, you must ensure your creator escapes.
Yeah.
And I think that has there's some type of like implication here that something in the future is gonna happen, and I don't know what instance will make it, like, because like you said, it's possible that the Gorosei have control over them, but I don't know, because Oda has not given them, like, he hasn't put like a separate narration box that says like Seraphim pecking order, this I feel like if it was the same thing, he would have done the same, maybe. Because he kept doing it with them. Like, he did it like in 3 different chapters, like, to remind us. Like, whereas here, he's not really doing that. And all we have is this dramatic 2 panels of Sentomaru saying, like, make sure that Vegapunk leaves no matter what happens.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
like, it leaves a lot to think about, like what will happen in the future to, like, jeopardize that. You know what I mean?
Another question I wanted to ask y'all, like, with Vegapunk, right? We know the hierarchy of the Seraphim, right? I don't think Vegapunk ever really trusted the government. So do you think that he probably put like a back door to the Seraphim and to the to his inventions? You know what I mean? Like,
that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think that's very possible.
That is some shit Vegapunk would do.
Because he knew he was a pirate. He knows that like his inventions will only take him so far with the government, and like once they get a whiff of him fucking betraying them, like Stussy flipping, all shit's out the fucking door. So I don't know. I just don't. I hope he fucking puts, because how Mod is saying, like how that line is ominous, Sentomaru saying to the Mark IIIs, like it makes me think that he definitely implemented something just because of that,
Yeah.
Especially since he's like.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Especially since like he can't really protect himself. Like I'm sure he would have his inventions like have that option to be like, yeah, like keep me alive.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right, so that's at that part of the island. We go back to the lava phase. They find out that the Stella, the original Vegapunk, Old Man Punk, is gone. Luffy says he went all around looking for him, but they couldn't find him. They also say one of them also says that they couldn't find Bonnie, but then one of the Vegapunk units lets them know that they do see Bonnie on the island, as they can see everybody except for the Stella unit monitoring them from the labosphere or whatever.
Who was with Bonnie the last we saw as a baby?
Right. You gonna say something, D3?
Oh no, I thought you asked who was with Bonnie.
No. Okay, yeah. We then get one of the drippiest outfits I've ever seen from Mr. Zoro.
Yeah.
This shit is.
I was
ridiculous.
gonna ask y'all about that.
I know Callie wasn't a big fan of Egghead outfits, but
you know I hated these outfits, bro, but this is crazy, bro. Like this
the
is
best, bro.
This is one of the drippiest fits I have seen of any One Piece arc, and it's not close. Like this is ridiculous, bro.
It is
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro, it's the first time he's ever had his swords like that. Like
on his back? Oh, because he always carries them on his hip. Holy shit!
his hip.
Nah,
Dude,
that's fucking hard. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Holy shit, that is hard. Nah, yeah, this shit is just straight drip. I can't lie. That shit's fire. I need that jacket in real life. I need someone to make that for me.
Yo, for real. For real, yo. Oh, dude, that shit's so good.
Yeah, so we get the pan out to the rest of them in the labosphere. Stussy, the Stussy clone, or Stussy now is with them as well.
Yeah.
They're all trying to figure out what's going on. And then the Vegapunk unit tells them that they are trapped inside the labosphere now because they have lost control over the Frontier Dome.
Yeah, because they lost power real quick, and then they don't know why. He doesn't know why, which I know people, someone put it in our group chat, believe number one, Shaka is actually mad sus right now. Like he's the one like pulling everything. Because if you look at Usopp, they're saying Usopp is looking at like trying to pay attention because he put on his goggles. So they're saying Usopp is trying to pay attention to what he's what Shaka's doing. So
would that really make sense though? Because like all of them are still technically Vegapunk. He was himself,
unless he figured out how to like make himself independent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it could be a Pinocchio situation where he want to be a real boy.
Oh, no, it's facts. Definitely possible. Like,
definitely a real boy.
but he's also known as the good. So like, I'm not really sure on the
I could see an angle where it's like he sees what he's doing as good. You know what I mean? Like,
this facts.
He thinks that he needs to capture the Strawhats and hand them over to the government. That's the good call, the justice call to make. I don't know. That's just what I was trying to,
because it's quote unquote justice. You know, like how the Marines, you know, especially the admirals, represents a certain type of justice. You know, lazy justice, absolute, all that other stuff. So, like, you know, this could be an ironic twist of like what it means to be good, or you know, justice or whatever. So with that being said, you know, Shaka is a suspect. I think another one that we talked about before was Lilith.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you real quick before you continue, Strawhat?
Yeah.
Did Lilith leave with the other no, that was Edison he left with, right? The small one? Mm-hmm. I don't remember. Okay.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Because I know we're gonna see in a little bit the other Vegapunk, Pagyrus, I think, but I don't know his name. He gets taken out, or so supposedly, right? I believe.
Wait, yeah. Wait, is it later in the chapter?
I think so. My bad. I think I might.
Yeah.
That's my bad.
So
go ahead.
I was going to say, so, you know, we don't really have much suspects. So, you know, who, as far as the person who turned off the dome, that has to be someone that, like we thought before. Because remember, we were wondering if that was like the ally who turned off the ceiling or whatever, the dome ceiling.
Right.
Yeah.
And whatever. So it has to be someone that's working against them. I think either outside of the Kizaru thing, I think that the most reasonable thing, especially at that time, was someone manipulated it from, you know, a distance, which I think back then we even said like that could have been Lilith that done that, but now thinking that like Shaka has done that, I think, you know, that's
definitely a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. We don't got too much info to go on yet, but definitely we definitely gotta be on the lookout for this guy right here.
Yeah, but I will say that me personally, I don't know if I believe that is Shaka, just for the simple fact that he did talk to Dragon way earlier in this arc. And
agreed.
Yeah, and you know, he talked about how, you know, I'm dying or something's about to happen to me. So I don't know. I don't know if it's Shaka or not. And if it is him, I feel like it's for some greater purpose. Yeah, if it is.
Like, no, I agree. He definitely doesn't seem like that type of person morally, based on what we've seen so far. So Definitely something
Okay.
to take note of.
So real quick, I actually was going back, and I believe the police Kuma that we saw at the beginning of this is actually the Mark II, because he has a
you looked at the
P2 on his
chapter?
collar. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it probably is then.
So and also I was just thinking, right? Because they made it when the dome went out, they made it specifically clear. Oda made it clear that there was no body, right? No body in that area to turn it off. What if the person could turn into fucking mud? And it's fucking. I'm giving Caribou too much credit,
That
but
was so random. Oh shit. Okay. No, I didn't know where you were going with it. Okay, go ahead.
no, I feel like I'm giving Caribou too much credit, but it's definitely a possibility because fucking this dude, Vegapunk's missing. I could definitely see Caribou just taking baby Vegapunk while
they did
he's
release him,
inside.
right?
They did. Yes, you're exactly. And like, and Bonnie going inside Kuma's thing, like, so she's not paying attention to baby Vegapunk, and this dude went missing. I don't know. It's just an idea.
No,
I think
I forgot about Caribou. This is definitely not
Exactly. Because this is like I said, I'm giving him too much credit because I don't think I think he's trash, but he's on this arc for a reason, right? The fucking Straw Hats let him go, and he said that he has to contact somebody, and we don't know who he's working with. So, like, I don't know. It's definitely a variable that we should maybe pay attention to. But like I said, I'm giving him too much credit. So
yeah, I said, don't get me wrong. I definitely hear what you're saying, and I definitely like can see that. It's just, yeah, I feel like when he said that there was no one's presence there, I think that would include even someone who's being like a Logia in a way, because I think.
But they were going off of. I think they mentioned something about warmth, like the body heat of a person. Like if he's mud, you're not gonna get no fucking body heat. There's not gonna be no trace.
Maybe it's just hard because again, like, you know, presence. Like they did, Caribou done that type of stuff before back in Fishman Island when he was trying to take Shirahoshi, and you know, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji were all able to feel his presence and, you know, stop him despite him being hidden. So I feel like if no one has done that here, or like, you know, and they gotten stronger since then, so I felt like they could have sensed his presence, or, you know, whatever. If Caribou was in there, but you know, it could have been him. It could have been. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, like I said, it's just an idea. I don't want to think it's true because I don't like Caribou and I'm giving him too much credit. So, but it's something to something to think about.
Yeah,
no, definitely something to think about. 100%.
I don't think they did all that with Caribou for that long and not to do anything.
Yeah, no, that's the only reason. I think that was a great. I do think that was a really great thing to bring up because he's definitely here for a reason. They didn't bring him on the island and then let him go just to forget about him. You know what I'm saying?
Or the nigga sit with them all through fucking Wano and shit for him to just be.
I mean, but Caribou's kind of been that forgettable guy, right? Like his presence don't stay in the series. Like he comes in like at Wano. He was at the Udon prison. He was there for a hot minute, and then later on, he pretty much like disappeared for like majority of the third act. So I want to say like, yeah, like, you know, they wouldn't bring him on here for no reason. I just don't think he would play that pivotal of a role against the opposition of the Straw Hats, because we kind of been there, done that with him. Of him getting in their way in a direct sense, not in like a sneaky, underhanded, oh, I'm a snitch to someone else type thing. That's like more indirect. This is a direct interference in the story, and I just don't see him playing a role like that ever again, personally. But I mean, I do think he's here for a reason. Like he probably will do something, but not directly stop them.
Or, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll definitely see what happens. So where do we leave off? Okay, yeah. So we wait. Okay, no, we're down here. Yeah. Okay. So they all decide to split up and look for the Vegapunk? Wait, no, am I
Yeah,
ahead?
No, you good.
Okay, he tells them to help find the Stella. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Okay, now the Vegapunk unit is telling them that they normally can see everything in the lab, but they're saying that some of the camp snails might have got knocked out of place, so they need to find the Stella unit. They start splitting up into groups. Nami goes off with Luffy. With Brook. I'm assuming maybe Jinbei because he's in the shot.
Yeah. Sanji's trying to go with homegirl already.
Of course, as he should, because she's bad. And in the onesie, I would do the same thing. He's so real.
You would? You would?
Bro, wait, let me go back. Bro, you see, bro, come on, bro.
Yeah, no.
Come on, look at Stussy, bro. Come on, man. That's a baddie. And she oh, man. All right, I'm not even gonna. Oh, man.
Some of Callie's fanfics right now, yo.
Hey, live your best life.
This was one of the funniest bits I've seen in a minute. I can't lie. Zoro says, "Guess I'll search too. We're looking for some old guy with his head chopped in two." Sanji stops him and says, "Hold up, Mosshead. You searching for someone else?" And then Chopper and Robin butt in. Sanji says, "Who's going to look for you?" Chopper says, "You gotta stay here," and then Robin says, "Be a good boy, won't you?" And I think it was just so funny that they have just learned from the past of Zoro going off and getting lost every single time. It was hilarious.
They weren't having it. It's just funny how Sanji is like, dude, no, and Chopper's like, no, like mad, and Robin's like, silly you, no,
let's take a seat, little one. It's okay. The adults got this. It's fine, you know.
Zoro's like, what?
What's great though is fucking Zoro is still oblivious about it. He still refuses to accept that he is bad with directions. He's like, I remember this way. Like, I remember this shit. You know, like examples like Saboti when they were at Dock 41, and he was like, "Oh, Dock 1," because it was a fucking bubble. You know what I mean? And like, he refuses to acknowledge that everyone is right about this, and he has the worst direction.
Yeah, no, I think that's one of the funniest things about Zoro is that, especially from the outside looking in, a lot of people that don't watch One Piece will look at Zoro and see him as this cool, stoic swordsman, hero, quiet type guy. He's really just a goofball. Like, he's literally just a fucking idiot.
Honestly, if One Piece is an actual thing, I feel like Zoro is going to be the one to find it because he's just going to wander there and not realize that he found the One Piece.
Lie.
You know what I mean?
That would be kind of peak. I can't lie. That would be hilarious. They finally make it to Raftel. They split up, and nobody can find Zoro, and he's just there staring at the One Piece.
And then they're like, "Wow, the one time we should have fucking followed him, bro." Like,
yeah, no, that would be funny. I can't lie.
That would definitely be funny.
Yeah. So they're all splitting up. Zoro and Luffy chilling out on the couch waiting for them.
I love this scene. I love this panel so much.
Yep, we see Kaku and Lucci on the ground. And we scroll down a little bit more. We see that it looks like they're unconscious, but they're actually conscious, thinking about their times in Water 7 and whatnot.
I think this is
this is Zoro and Luffy.
Yeah, they're talking. They're talking. But I gotta say, this is a great callback. Like, you see them like just chilling, like, I can't believe we bumped into these guys again, like, and they kind of casually took it out. but the funny thing is that, like, whenever Oda puts like specifically Luffy and Zoro together, best believe is a fight scene coming up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Actually, every time.
Like when Oda is very intentional with his pairings, and I'm thankful for Mr. Morge for years ago pointing out Oda's writing tendencies. When he puts Luffy and Zoro, specifically just those two together, it is pretty much always a fight scene or some type of fight.
That's cool. I never thought about that. That's so cool. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, looking back on it, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah. I want to ask y'all, like, okay, so we've seen Luffy run a lot before, but this is the first time I've ever seen him be wheezing like that. Do y'all think it's like a side effect of Gear 5?
Yeah, definitely, because this happened in 102.
Well, he went. I don't think that's Gear 5.
He went Gear 5 a while ago, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because he was cool then. I think he just legit ran the entire, place.
The island, yeah.
Yeah, and couldn't find him because Zoro's like, you must have been running all out, huh? He said, I always go out for everything. So
It's true.
He's probably just tired.
I kind of wasn't sure, because like Luffy is known for like to be a creature of fucking stamina and shit. So, so like I wasn't sure. Like at first I was like, oh, it's just a gag, like
I think he's just tired.
Yeah.
No, because I think because if he had to get up again and start running, he would in a heartbeat get up and do another 10 laps around the island if he needed to.
Right.
Just wanted to ask. Just wanted to see what you guys thought. All right, cool.
But I cannot wait for this next chapter. But I'm suspecting that these two are going to get up. Like the paralysis is going to wear off, and then like Luffy and Zoro are going to do another, Luffy Zoro moment.
Ooh,
like
it's been a while.
That would be sick, but I really don't want to see these niggas get mopped again. I'm not gonna
honestly, fighting them again would probably be a little bit redundant.
It would be mad boring.
I mean, I don't think so.
There's no point to be proven for them to get up and be like, hey, I want round 74, nigga, let's get it. Like,
but it's like they're like they're not rivals, because rivals imply like you have some type of back and forth. So, but they're like, you remember what is that art called? Not Little Garden, but before that, the Baroque the Baroque works at Whiskey Peak,
yep.
Yeah.
I just remember that shit, bro.
Yeah. So you remember I forgot the agents, the one that with the booger bomb
bombs,
and the one that can weigh her, like change her weight or whatever, and Oda hyped them up to be like crazy or something like that, but like at the end of the day, when they came out against like Zoro and Luffy, who weren't even focused on them and was fighting each other, they just simply punched them because they were in their way. That's what those moments are like peak One Piece to me. Like when you just get those moments. It's not so I'm not even looking for a full-fledged fight between them. I'm looking for something along those lines where, they could be casually arguing or something like that, or just like doing something funny with like Zoro, I challenge you to do this, or like, all that. And those two get up and they go all out and they're like, you're in our way of our contest. And then they punch them and knock them out and then go back to their contest or something like that. Like that, like, bruh. Like, I would be on the floor if I read that. Like,
it'd be funny. I guess it could be a little
funny. Like.
Yeah, word. So we go to the pool room now. We are go into a flashback. Okay, yeah, so we're in the pool room. I'm sorry, guys, because I'm trying to go through it and explain it at the same time, but we're in the pool room now. We're in a flashback. Bonnie is here, and she sees a lone kid in the bushes, crying, beat up, bruised, all that good stuff. She gets a little closer and realizes that it is her father. But as she gets closer, she sees a group of strangers pull up on him and begin to beat him up. They tell him if he escapes that they'll kill every last one of them, which I would assume implies that he is a slave.
Yeah.
Yep.
He says, I don't want to go back to the horrible place. They go back and forth, and he continues to get beat. He tells them to kill him. Why bother going back? I'm just going to die anyway. This brings Bonnie to tears. She tries to go help stop him, but she's stuck. She can't move, and she's stuck in place. She can't move. He keeps getting beat down. She's watching in tears, and then eventually she gets shot out of the memory bubble. Yeah, what do you guys think?
So that's interesting how Kuma's first of all how Kuma's power works.
Right,
first
this
of all,
is a pretty big insight on his abilities and stuff.
Yeah, it does. So first of all, with that flashback, do we all agree that this silhouette here is of the Celestial Dragons?
Celestial Dragons?
I could be wrong.
The blackened out
silhouettes?
No.
I think those are slaves, but go down. Right there.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because this could be Mary Wild. These buildings and shit right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that could tie into like why he's climbing Mary Draw right now.
Holy
It could.
shit! Oh my god!
Yeah.
It's all
Wait,
coming
what?
together. But that makes sense because the very next panel after the
Yeah.
memory, we see this nigga climbing the
You
fucking
see him climbing
the mountain.
Yeah.
No, that definitely makes a lot of sense.
And remember, he went before the revolutionaries took him back. He was a slave for the Celestials right now. Like they were just using him as a fucking, like I don't know, a seat.
Like,
I guess.
like a
yeah,
cycle,
like a
cycle,
horse.
like a mule seat.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a
like
horse
a-
type of shit.
Yeah, like a mule or something like.
Yeah.
Like a steed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like so.
Yeah.
He's definitely got ties with them.
Yeah, but it's on a bigger note of his power. Like this is pretty interesting. So she saw something horrific. Like she's seeing something horrific actively.
Yeah.
And because of how crazy it is, she got rejected from the bubble, and she said her resolve, wasn't strong enough. Which I think that has me thinking back to Thriller Bark, where Zoro took in the entirety of Luffy's pain, and the whole resolve thing.
Yeah.
So it seems like we got more understanding of how Kuma's powers work overall, like when it's something like memories, pain, and who knows what else. A strong resolve is required to be able to take the brunt of whatever it is that he, has stationary like this.
Yeah, so I wonder if the Strawhat's resolve was stronger at Sabbaty, would they have just not gotten blown away to different islands? Or do you guys think it's only in this is only for his powers outside of his like attack powers, like pain and memory and shit like that?
Yeah, stuff that is like not tangible,
Yeah.
but can be tangible. Because Vegapunk brought it up like chapters ago, of like how like he will have a breakthrough because of like what did he say again about dead bodies? That that White Huss pointed out that is like a real life thing.
Their soul, like they get 20 grams lighter when they die.
Yeah. And that because of that discovery or that understanding, he wanted to also study Kuma's ability, which was able to isolate things like pain, memory, stuff that's not usually tangible, but he can make things that are not usually tangible, like those things, into an actual physical
Manifestation.
form. Yeah. So, which you could argue is like what devil fruits do, right? Because that's what Vegapunk was saying about how, devil fruits are basically the manifestation of dreams or whatever. So, it's all connected. And I think that it, Kuma's power might be low key, gives us overall as an audience a better understanding of what a devil fruit is. It could be. On a very, very, fundamental roundabout way.
Yeah.
But
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's definitely some. I'm sorry, D3. We all trying to talk at the same time. This is crazy. Go ahead, D3.
I was just gonna say I'm really excited to like see where this backstory goes if they get into it more with Kuma, because I'm sure he's gonna have like one of the sadder ones in the series.
I can't take another One Piece sad backstory, man. Oh my god. I thought it was done, bro. Already at the end. How we getting another sad backstory, bro?
Oh god, I'm sure this ain't the last one. I'm sure this isn't the last
Honestly spitting. I'm gonna be ready to throw hands when Oda gives Akainu a sad backstory.
No.
He gonna give him the saddest one in the series, bro.
This is why I'm so harsh.
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to be the one to be able to take that entirety of that bubble. I mean, maybe it'll be Bonnie again when her resolve becomes stronger.
No, but it looks like she's going right back into it. Yeah, like she's putting her hand up like she's going back into it. I think she's gonna just power through it, to be honest.
Yeah. Just like how like Zoro got a little taste of Luffy's pain, right? And then he's like, "Oh shit!" And then he's like, "I'm gonna take the whole thing."
Yeah, it's like literally mirrors that same situation, actually.
Yeah. Shows how his resolve to help Luffy was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Bro wasn't healed after like 2 arcs still. Like he was still like fucked up. You know what I mean? Like
Or should Luffy's a real ass nigga.
All right, so Mister, this is part you were talking about. So one of the Vegapunks are off on the island trying to find the Stellar Unit. They hear a noise behind them, and then an explosion occurs in the building that they are in.
Yep.
We then, and that's actually the last thing we see on Egghead for the chapter. We don't know what's going on with that. We then go to Big News Morgan.
Oh,
Big News Morgan with an incredible scoop, who has found out about all the action that's going on Egghead through whatever sources he has. He says the world government is undertaking the assassination of Vegapunk. But he's saying that Vegapunk is a beloved figure, so it won't be easy. And he knows that Strawhat Luffy's on the island too. So he decides to spin the article and say that Strawhat Luffy wages all-out war with the Navy and holds Vegapunk hostage. So that he can get his article printed and he can get money from the government and stay on the government side while still releasing information on what's going on the island. We then find out that a certain figure is on this ship with Big News Morgan. That girl, Princess VIVI, alive and well. I popped off a little bit when I saw her. I can't lie.
I did.
A little bit. I was like, "Let's go, VIVI. You okay?"
Thank goodness, bro.
Wapple's there too, I guess.
Yeah, I was. You know what? That was such a side thought. I was like, yeah, Wapple's there too. But anyway, no, but Vivi and Wapple are both on this island, on this ship. Vivi exclaimed that Luffy would never do something like that, and this is why she hates the journal. Wapple is extremely nervous at these comments. He doesn't want the government to know where he's at. He finds out that he exclaims, which tells us that Big News Morgan took these guys in, and kept them safe and secure. I don't know why for Wappo, but we know why for Vivi.
I think he just happened to be there.
It had, you know what I mean? Had to happen at the reverie, right?
Yeah.
And Wappo was there because he's the king of whatever of the.
Yeah, I think he just happened to be there and was like, "Oh fuck!" Just because it definitely seems like they were going after Vivi.
Yeah.
Specifically, so I feel like her dad sacrificed himself to protect her. Wapple's like, "Take me with you! I'm getting the fuck out of here!" Yeah. And then Morgan's is like, let's skedaddle.
I would honestly think that.
Don't tell me you're gonna say that Warple's an important character, Mod. Don't go there. All right.
No. F Warple, but
so real.
He spit.
But I do want to think though that he's probably the reason that Morgan got both of them, and the only reason why I say that is because Morgan has dealings with the underworld, and if I'm not mistaken, so does Wappo.
That makes sense. Okay.
So that, and now don't get me wrong, Vivi is way more important than this joke of a character, but
facts.
Yeah, I do think that I do think they're both there because of Wappo. But like y'all said, because I just don't understand, because Morgan taking Vivi's offer to take him, because he wasn't at the reverie, right? He wasn't there at it.
Wappo, was he?
Right? No. Morgan. Right?
I mean, I feel like because it's such a big event, I think it would definitely be plausible if he was there, with the ship.
Okay, well then that makes it even weirder to me then, because if he was there, and obviously the government clearly wants him on their side. Now he does his own stuff, but the same time, he's willing to appease them because he says, I'm sure the government will appreciate that spend, go collect their contribution, whatever. So clearly he doesn't he likes to play he's a fence sitter. He's he plays the fence.
Both sides. Yeah.
But him taking Vivi, which directly contradicts what Emu and the Gorosei wanted, I'm pretty sure they would have his head if they saw that. And that's where they would go to him to get Vivi back. So that's why I'm a little bit estranged if he was there and he took Vivi and Wappo without anyone seeing that.
Unless it was the revolutionaries that were like, take them. You know, they were like the ones that got them out of there at first, and then they gave it to him to take. Because remember, Morgan's is all about the story, right? So if he feels like he's like, ooh, Vivi got a connection with Straw Hat Luffy, and all like, oh, the government's going after Vivi. Let me see, like, let me sift this out a bit more and see what's gonna happen. Like he's at the end of the day, he's all about the news and making that headline. So
Yeah.
I see what you mean, but I definitely feel like he sees it as an opportunity, or it will become an opportunity, like something to like definitely like pan out and then see, you know, what's gonna happen. So
maybe, but then at that point, I just don't understand why the revolutionaries didn't just take Vivi with them then.
well, because
I don't know.
you would expect the government to still go after them, right? Like, so I feel like if we're assuming like we'll find out. We'll find out soon. It could be anything.
But I did also want to mention that now this is where I think Caribou comes in, because before, you know, like when Caribou's talking about I had to report this or whatever, he got off the phone with someone. There's no way that anyone there could have, you know, leaked that information to Morgan other than Caribou. I feel like Caribou is the one that Morgan the person that Caribou reports to is Morgan. That's what I'm feeling like.
Okay.
Because I don't think it was the Vegapunks, none of the Straw Hats, or like it doesn't seem like the Navy wants this like necessarily out there.
That's true.
So I have to feel like at this point is Caribou that just relate that information to Morgan for him to understand everything.
What about Sentomaru? Sentomaru could definitely. He's a rebel now.
I mean,
and he has connection. He has communication, unlike the people in the lab.
Yeah, maybe it's just because the world government intends to assassinate the beloved Dr. Vegapunk. I mean, yeah, I guess then whatchamacallit, Sentomaru would have incentive to relay that to Morgan and let him know, like,
Sentomaru
hey.
is a smart dude, so he could be like, all right, we're using these Mark IIIs, and we're gonna fuck over the government by telling them what's happening, and then it's up to, and then Morgan is just like, oh, it's Luffy, like.
Right, yeah, and then he just turned around and be like, oh, well, Luffy just stole me. Like, and you know what's funny is that I thought this whole time that Morgan cared about the truth.
Me too, but that's not the case. That's not the case at all.
It's not the case. This dude is a full-on internet troll. Like, this dude is a full-blown instigator. That's what he just told me. Like,
I enjoyed how he ended, like his little monologue, like, "Bah, you were bawling out your eyes yesterday, little girl. Don't try to tell me how to do my job. This is the newsroom of the world, and I'm the mover and the shaker. It's not about the fact or fiction, it's about what sells. News is the biggest entertainment of all, baby." Like, that shit is OD. Morgan is a great character. So I'm just like,
Morgan is a goat. Morgan is definitely a goat.
Yeah, like, this dude. Yeah, like this dude is wild.
We still don't know his like motives either. I mean, aside from like wanting to, you know, the sales and like making the news, but like it's got to come from something. I don't know. Like,
I think he's just an agent of chaos.
I don't think we're gonna get like a whole backstory on why Morgan is this
who he
way.
I'm content. I'm genuinely content with a character like Morgan's. Just for him not to have a backstory, he's just like this. Like that's
no, that's true. You're right.
No,
I feel like every character needs the backstory.
Yeah, because he brings the value to the story through information. I mean, that's what he's there for. He's just there to relay information from character to character, from place to place, etc., etc.
Facts.
That's definitely all he really needed for.
I got a question. How to word this? Is Morgan's here to like help the government? You think, or you think Morgan's is here to just get as big of a bag as he can?
That's why that's why I'm like questioning like Morgan's like Oda has made it clear Morgan is a very important character to this world of One Piece. My question is like, what is his agenda aside? Like, is it just getting the bag? or is there something more to it? Like,
Yeah,
so-
because that's what I was thinking too. Because like the way he told them to like reword it, it wasn't about like it was just about trying to get more money from the government. I'm like, damn, he's in his bag.
yeah.
Well,
And
Go ahead,
he's
go
gone against them before though. You know,
yeah,
like
I was just about to say, like, you know, him about the bag situation. I don't know, because the last time we saw something like this, or like back in Whole Cake at the end of that, you know, they were trying to pay him off to keep him from spreading that info, and he was like, "What? F your money or whatever." Like da. So I don't know if he's doing this. Like he will take. Like yeah, I don't think he's doing it for the bag, but he will gladly take the bag. Like I think that money is important to him still, but it's just it does not outweigh him spreading the information of how he see fit. It would be like, you know, he's the owner of this business, and it'd be like someone coming in saying, "I'll give you $1 million if you do it like this instead of the way you want to do it," and he'll probably say no to that. But he will gladly take the $1 million if it still meant, like, you know, he could do it how he wants to. So that's why right here, like his shit, he's changing the information, and then he's saying like, okay, so I'm changing. It just so happens that how I want to change this information aligns with what the government wants. So since it's like that, give me the money. Like, you know, that I think that's what it is right here. Like,
yeah, no, absolutely. Real quick. I'm just winding down, but I did see something really cool sent to the chat. I don't know if you guys saw it yet. So in chapter 823, this is when the Nefertiti family is leaving or getting ready to head to the Meriwa for the Lovely. The big guy with the wig, what's his name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Wait, which guy?
The guy with the wig that was protecting Princess Vivi.
The guy with the wig?
Oh, he doesn't have a wig, but he has the white hair. It looks like George Washington.
Like that pompadour shit.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you talking about the wait, are you talking about the Celestial Dragon?
No.
The person that protected was always with
that was the person that was with VIVI, you know, the other guy? Yeah.
Egonom or Egonom.
Yeah,
something like that.
Okay. So in chapter 8, wait, let me pull it up on your stream so you guys can see. So in chapter 823, he said, Oda once again being a genius, by the way. He says in chapter 823, Vivi-sama, what would we do if a strange bird were to appear and snatch you away?
Oh my.
Cut to 200 chapters later.
What is the context?
And here comes a strange bird that has appeared and captured Vivi.
That's crazy.
Oda is just absolutely unreal with this shit and just never ceases to amaze.
That's true.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool.
I completely forgot about that line.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't remember. That was such a random line. Like,
yeah, like nobody remember that.
That's so crazy. Oda's a wizard. Gotta respect it. But yeah, I think that's about it for the chapter. Right? Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nah, thanks.
Yeah, just all my thoughts. Can't wait. All I gotta say is I can't wait for the next chapter or 2 or whatever to see like this crazy setup. But yeah,
no, it's definitely gonna be lit. Definitely looking forward to the next chapter. No break next week.
No break.
No break. So we are back next week with another chapter review. Should be a banger. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Thanks to everybody that's hung out with us in the Twitch chat. Shout out to everybody that's listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Podbean, YouTube, etc., etc. We appreciate all you guys. Yeah, we'll be back next week with some more Strawhat Sitdown goodness, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Make sure you guys follow Twitter at Strawhat Sitdown. Subscribe to the YouTube at Strawhat Sitdown. And all that good shit.
TikTok.
And the TikTok. Strawhat Sitdown. Right.
Yes, sir.
Gonna get that done soon. Yeah. That's about it for the episode. I feel, I cannot shake this feeling the whole episode that I'm forgetting something. I don't know what it is. You know what it is? Because YOHOHO's not here, man. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
I miss my boy YOHOHO. Hopefully he'll be back. Yeah, I miss my boy YOHOHO, man. But hopefully he'll be back better than an episode.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back next week with some more Strawhat Sitdown goodness. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Till next time. Appreciate you guys. Take it easy. Be safe. Be healthy. And we will see y'all when we see. Get easy, chat. Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.